Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do a quick review of how Lightfall is. I'm going to react to the trailer, I'm going to give my thoughts, and then we also going to react to the subclass known as Strand. So, without further ado, let's get into it. The one thing I do love, you're going to hear me talking a lot over this trailer, but the one thing I do love is the aesthetics of the maps, here they show.
They will come for us.
And the armor set is so pleasing. So pleasing.
To its last drop. It's who they are.
I think my favorite has to be the Titan Warlock. I'm really interested in that character. I think they call Cloud Striders.
And see. Our shape.
Tormentor, I think it's called.
What they do then. Unshackled from
This is badass right here, like what the hunter does.
that.
And then they all grab Strand and start swinging from it.
Because only in the end are we free.
I like how this trailer ended. It ended with the lettering and the font they chose. It looks like Blade Runner. It has that vibe, like retro, and it's like something different that we have never seen from Bungie. The bright colors, and how the way they did the city, and then how the way you looked at the trailer. I'm hoping that they allow us to run like on the grounds in the city. We go see cars and vehicles moving in the city, and then we also engage with those. I think they call Cloud Striders or Cloud Strikers. I think Cloud Striders. I think their name is. If I'm saying it right, I believe it's Cloud Striders. But so we're gonna go take a quick look at Strand, and then I'm just gonna give my thoughts on it. All right, here we go.
Green energy. I wonder what that is.
Strand is the new darkness power that we discover here. Something that's unique about Strand, unlike any of these other powers we've ever had before, when you play through Lightfall, you are discovering this power for the first time. No one in the universe ever in the history of Destiny has used Strand before.
This is the Guardian
I
discovering
like that.
darkness.
I like that because now the Guardians discovering their new power
and manipulate it and use it against Callus and his forces, and have fun in the new urban environment of Neo Luna. You are really gonna have to prepare yourself for a wild ride.
We just
So
got
the one thing I noticed was she said that you're going to use Strand against Callus and his forces. So what I'm getting from is that you're going to be fighting Callus through the story, through the campaign. The Witness is probably going to be in a raid. That's what I'm getting from this. Similar to how the way we fought Rourke. So I think the Witness is going to be in the raid. That's my whole thing on it. Not only that though, I'm still hoping Netherrack somehow shows up. The reason why is because based off the lore, if you guys watch lore or anything like that, I watch like Myron Games and Bife. Based off the lore, if I'm not mistaken, I think I was listening to Myron Games. The pyramid ship that's on the moon actually belongs to Netherrack. Netherrack rejected the Witness. So if that's the case, I hope he shows up somehow in the raid or somehow in the campaign where he helps you fight against Callus and his forces, or fight against the Witness and his forces. Alright, let's continue.
Of our new destination, Neo Luna, our new foe, Callus and the Shadow Legion, paired with the Witness, and a very brief glimpse at Strand, but that's just barely scratching the surface of what this release has to offer.
Right, like
So the one other thing I like is the fact that we have new enemy types. We may not have a big assortment of new enemies, but this is something that Bungie is trying to trying to expand on the idea of the Witness. And the fact that they added the Shadow region of Cabal, technically, I don't think they're actually Cabal. I think they are like, because Callus, if you don't know the lore, Callus were, like, all those Cabal that was on the Leviathan were all clones, because Callus was cloning them. He was running tests on them. And if you did the Dead Man's Tale quest, you learned that he was also experimenting on the Scorn to try to speak to the Witness. Henceforth, why last season, when we went on to the Leviathan, you got to see that, was it Inagora, or whatever the heck it's called, it affected the Helm and it affected the Leviathan. So he was messing around with the darkness to commune with the Witness. So when we was fighting all those Cabal that randomly showed up, they actually wasn't there. They was actually nightmares. They was like images of the nightmare, if I'm not mistaken. If not images of the nightmares, they was clones. There was just a bunch of clones. They have no like individual thoughts. They're all like genetically programmed to follow Callus at all costs. At the whim of his finger, he wanted to attack the Guardians, they attacked the Guardians. So this is kind of interesting. And then like how the way they said that we're gonna be fighting against Callus and his Legion. This makes me think that we're gonna only fight Callus in the campaign, and then we're gonna kill the Witness in the raid. Which the raid gotta be great. All right, let's continue.
What we've just seen in that trailer is just the tip of the iceberg, and we've got a whole lot more we're excited to show you coming up.
Last year, we wanted to return to our studio's roots in creating some of the best shooter campaigns in the industry.
That's been our legacy since Halo, and we tried to push that front and center in The Witch Queen.
And it's about more than just guns, but creating an adventure in a handcrafted world full of surprises. Then, we added the legendary campaign option. Because
see, I like this idea that they're doing. They're having the legendary campaign option. It's amazing because it makes you want to have a challenge.
In fact, 2 out of every 3 players that completed the Witch Queen campaign did it on Legendary.
You tested yourself against the Witch Queen and her Lucent Hive and rose to that challenge. And then you let us know it was one of the best shooter experiences that we've ever made.
So with Lightfall, we want to push that even further. We want to give you the best Bungie action experience that we can create with the brand new Lightfall campaign.
Lightfall is going to change.
So I like that they added the Lightfall campaign just as much as the Witch Queen with a legendary addition to it. The reason why is it gives that sense of accomplishment for those like diehard players, like those players that want the challenge in PvE. It makes people want to grind to get gear. Not only that though, there's always an incentive, especially it showed with the Witch Queen. You got to get one of the dungeon exotics early because you beat the campaign on legendary. You got that. You got upgrade modules. You got a bunch of stuff. All right, so we're gonna go back into this into the trailer real quick because there's a couple of things I want to point out. All right, so now let's take a look real quick here because there's some things I actually do want to point out here. All right.
When they see this glorious end, they will come for us.
So that grenade launcher right there, that I believe the Titan or the Warlock has, that looks like that's going to be an exotic. It may not be, but it looks like it's going to be exotic. If not exotic, it looks like a craftable weapon, but I believe that's an exotic grenade launcher. The reason why is because when they shot it, when you get to the next angle, when the Warlock is jumping, spinning in the air, the Warlock shoots it, and it looks like a rocket. So it can be an exotic grenade launcher that shoots mini rockets. We don't know. Alright, let's continue. Now, here, that assault rifle that the Titan was using. if I'm not mistaken, I think that assault rifle is the season pass exotic that's going to be dropping with Lightfall. And that looks like a rapid fire frame. I may be wrong, but the way it was firing very fast. If not a rapid fire frame, Bungie, if you do this, I'm going to be so happy. If you bring the 900 RPM autos back, meaning Atheon Epilogue, if anybody hasn't played Destiny 1 or Doctrine of Passing, those two right there were 900s. We don't have a 900 RPM currently in the game. So that would be very amazing to bring the 900s back. Alright, let's continue. Right here, after Warlock does a little side roll here with the grenade launcher. That looks like an exotic. I could be wrong. And then the Hunter, if you didn't see the Hunter has a hand cannon on the side of the Hunter. And it looks like it could be a legendary, or it can be a raid hand cannon, but I don't think it is. Because if you look closely, let's go back real quick. If you look closely in that last clip, when all three characters walking forward, look closely at the Hunter. The Hunter is shooting that gun, but it's shooting extremely fast. That is not an archetype of hand cannon we normally have. The gun don't even have much of a kick on it either. So, I'm thinking that might be actually an exotic. Or like a new archetype of hand cannon we haven't got before. What I'm going with, it might be an exotic, and it might be a double hit hand cannon, like they might have redone it, where it shoots the first shot and the second shot follows right after. Like directly after, instead of shooting at the same time, it's a slight delay, like how Time Payload is. You shoot and you see the detonation, versus like you shoot explosive payload and you see the instant detonation. Is a slight delay. I think that's probably the same thing, which would be a nice buff to that archetype, because that archetype never actually shined at all in either PvE or PvP.
Our shape reveal what they do then.
And I like how the way they jumping out the window right here. This is kind of badass, how the way they jumping out this window.
They are. Because only in the end.
Now, right here. So, I'm speculating, alright? What I'm speculating, all three characters are actually wearing the exotics. They're wearing the new exotics. The reason why I'm saying this, Bungie does this a lot. Especially with DLCs. They always have the character wearing the exotic, and you just don't realize that it's the exotic until you get close up to the date of the release of the expansion or the season. So, what I'm going to speculate is the chest piece on the Titan has to be the exotic. If not, it's got to be the boots. The reason why I'm saying that is because the chest piece looks unique. It looks unique. It could be Axiom Warwick because they was displaying the auto rifle. It could be a whole new ornament set with a legendary ornament set for the legs and the class item that make it work together. And the Warlock is definitely a chest piece. The reason why I'm saying that, look at all them grenades sitting on that Warlock's chest. It has to do something with Strand. And I think the Hunter is wearing an exotic helmet. And the reason why I'm saying this, look how unique that helmet looks. We don't have many helmets for the Hunter that has like the thermal goggles for the Hunter. So I'm thinking the Hunter's probably going to be able to do something with those. If it is exotic, it's going to be able to do something where it can either grab Strand or see new points of Strand, or double the amount of Strand that the Hunter can grip and swing with, which would be amazing. The grapple hook, it'll be amazing. It'll give the Hunter some kind of uniqueness, and the same thing with the Titan or Warlock. Alright guys, that's basically it. That's my rundown of that. I just think that Bungie is actually going in the right direction with this DLC. The fact that how the way they have Callus in here. Callus was never our enemy, but now he is, and he's returning back with the Witness. 2, we're getting our Darkness Supers, another subclass added, which was leaked a couple of weeks ago by mistake when they was showing off like gameplay, and we saw the little icon for it. 3, we have a chance of new exotics. One of them already has been confirmed. Is the auto rifle. The hand cannon that the hunter was holding definitely got to be an exotic. Alright, you guys think, speculate? Please comment down below, like, subscribe, and tell me what you think of this trailer, and tell me how much fun you're having so far with this season. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.